Tonight, a Valley News Live exclusive about the Hillsboro school system allegedly covering up 17 and 18-year-old students sexually harassing girls as young as 12 to 13 years old. Good evening and welcome to 630 Point of View. I'm Chris Berg. Thanks so much for joining us. Back in mid-November, we told you about an investigation by the BCI and Hillsboro police that they were looking into accusations which included a member of the school's football team recording his underage girlfriend performing a sexual act and then sending the video to his teammates. Now, after our original story aired, we learned from numerous viewers that similar things have been going on in the district for many, many years, and many claiming there's a huge problem in the Hillsboro school system because they're covering up known incidents of sexual harassment of very young girls. Now, Valley News Live reporter Ashley Bishop's been following up and investigating these accusations via our whistleblower hotline. She's been doing this now for the past 2.5 months. One woman finally recently had the courage to come forward and speak on camera only as long as we did not reveal her identity because she fears for her and her family's safety. So the clip I'm about to show you has the person's face covered up. We've also altered her voice. So I'm going to invite you to please listen very closely to what she has to say.
And the younger people just kind of think, you know, boys will be boys and they'll stop eventually, kind of a thing. So nobody really talks about it. It's just kind of something there that a lot of people want to talk about and want to get really mad about, but they don't. And I wish they would.
With us now to give us a sneak peek into her complete story, which is going to air tonight on the 10 p.m. news here at Valley News Live, is Valley News Live reporter Ashley Bishop. Ashley, first, I thank you for all your hard work. I know you've been digging into this. It sounds like from what you've told me, the school districts kind of sent you down some dead zones, if you will, but you kept hustling. For all of us maybe that aren't familiar with the story and what's been going on behind the scenes, give us some context exactly what's going on in Hillsboro.
Sure. If I had to sum it up, basically, one student or former student came forward and says that allegedly older classmen would asked her and several and continues to ask incoming high schoolers that's seventh graders for pictures or video acts or to do stuff of sexual nature. And apparently it started, I guess, with some students asking it, and then they would share the pictures or videos. And then it's kind of happened every year since. I don't know when it started, that we don't know, but this person you hear from tonight, it says, you know, I just thought it was a few people, but when I heard about it happening many years later, it was eye-opening that it's still going on.
Well, and I'm sure you've seen more of these than I have, but even today, the Facebook, we were getting private messages about, hey, I went through something similar in Hillsboro and I was a victim, but yet I was told to sit in the classroom and not come out. And so I guess the question is I know one of the parts, I'm assuming from your piece tonight, is you're going to talk about what's going on with the cover-up here. What evidence or what's making you say, hey, this is being covered up because people knew about it?
What this girl is saying that everyone's saying it's a cover-up is because of apparently people in the district knew about it. Apparently teachers and stuff heard the kids talking about this but never investigated any further. And we look into documents, specific people's emails to see what they're saying back and forth about it. We can see that they admit they know that something happened. We look through years of school board meeting minutes to see what was talked about at those meetings and what are in their minutes. And some of them weren't all submitted to us at once. And that was,
that was done purposely?
From what, I can't comment on that, but I can just say that when we asked for them, some pieces were missing.
So here's my question, because I think obviously most people would hear this and go, wow, you've got 17, 18-year-old young men, and correct me if I'm wrong on the ages, but going out and soliciting 12 and 13-year-old girls, like you said, for pictures, videos. That to me should be a huge red warning to teachers, administration, and people in the police force up there. Have the people from the school district been cooperative with you?
Not fully.
How about the police chief?
Not fully.
Why not?
That I wish I knew. I know police chief and certain people in the district are obviously upset that this is out in the media, that this is out in the world to know what is going on. But what you'll learn tonight is that if you don't come forward, like this girl had the courage to come forward and talk about, she says that she's been hurt. Numerous other people she has been hurt through the years from this, and it's something they carry, you know, being teased and your body being, she says, shown around.
And I don't want to create a bad analogy here, so please hear me out. I'm not doing this. I'm only going to use this because Ashley's from Pennsylvania. Is it have any sort of feeling like, whoa, this is kind of a Penn State deal where people knew but just didn't speak up?
A little bit. I mean, from what I'm seeing, I mean, there's obviously always two sides to every story. Maybe the school district did do what they tried to step in as much as they can, and maybe they're going to try to do more with it. But we don't know. Not everyone's being cooperative with us about everything that's going on. I mean, there's still a dispute about who's actually handling the investigation that we don't even know. Is it BCI? Is it Hillsboro Police? Who is it?
How can you not know that? Not you, but I'm saying to them. Why can't they just go, hey,
I just don't think they're ready to come forward with what information they have. But the big part of this piece that I think is important for the viewers and the people in this alley to know that was the courage of someone to finally step forward, a whistleblower, and people coin it as a tattletale, whatever, but a whistleblower stepping forward to hopefully make change so other girls don't have to allegedly go through similar incidents. I think that's something good for our community, and because, I mean, you feel for the person that they have to fear for their safety because they're talking about something that just shouldn't be done.
Exactly. Ashley, great work. And again, see her entire piece tonight on the 10 p.m. news.
And Chris, just so you know, if you do have a tip and you have something going on in your community, that's what our whistleblower hotline here at Valley News Live is for. And make sure you guys share that number as well. But give us a call or email us and we'll try to help you.
The one thing I know, if you're new to POV, Ashley used to produce the show. She is a pit bull. So if you've got a story that you want someone to go and investigate and cover, she is not done until she gets to the bottom of it. Great work. Put me on camera 2 here for a minute because I want to share some of my own personal thoughts on what's going on here. Look, we've talked about it multiple times on this show before. If what Ashley Bishop is saying is accurate, that people knew what was going on in the Hillsboro district, I am sick and tired of what's going on in our society and the way that we continue to teach young boys how to become men. I've said many times before, we need to stop this whole idea that, you know, what makes you a man is sexual conquest and sexual prowess. We all know that is the absolute worst definition of manhood that anybody can come up with. It's time that we begin to respect women. If this stuff is going on and you've got males in that district that are covering this up, you should be ashamed of yourself and you need to step up, get clean with God, get clean with yourself, and start doing the right thing and teaching young men to do the right thing as well. That is my thoughts on this. Again, Ashley Bishop, great work. Stay with us when we come back. Ginormous announcement today here in Fargo. Fargo businessman Doug Burgum says, yes, he is running to become governor of the great state of North Dakota. Myself, Scott Hennon, were both at the event. Mr. Hennon joins us to discuss what does this mean for the upcoming GOP elections here in the great state of North Dakota right after this. And love to know your thoughts on Hillsboro. Maybe you yourself have got more tips, more information. We can pass those along to Ashley. Text us, email us. We'll be back right after this.